quick note about the stream today. Apologies, we may be in and out here. Husband's in the other room working as well, so the Wi-Fi is, well, it's not great at the best of times. So we'll make do with what we have. Anyway, we're on Bec, and the chapter is the source. I spend a few tortured hours thinking about my parents, Ednat and Sturan, and the tragedy which separated them and brought me into the world. Torin called me a cursed child, and he was right. I'm doubly cursed. The curse of my clan, and the curse of being a killer's daughter. Surely of all the current MacGregor crop, I must be the most likely to turn into a monster. I worry about it for a few hours, imagining what it would be like to lose control of my mind, feel my body change, become a beast like the one I saw earlier. I thought death was the worst thing I had to fear, but now I know better. With worries like these, I doubt I'll ever be able to get to sleep again. But eventually tiredness overcomes even my gravest fears, and I drift off to a fitful sleep, one filled with dreams of wolf girls and dead children. I wake late in the morning. The others are already up, but most have only risen within the last hour, so I don't feel too guilty for sleeping in. I expect them to treat me differently now they know the truth of my background and the threat that I might become, but quickly it becomes clear that they think of me no differently than how they did yesterday. I suppose there's too much else to worry about. After all, what's one potential half-demon when judged against hordes of genuine, fully formed demonata that we might yet have to face? Ronan and Lorcan have caught another hare, which Fikna roasts on a spit, along with the leftovers from the night before it, and provides us with a filling meal to start the day. Again, we offer to share it with the MacGregor, but again they refuse. They have too much pride to eat from another's fire. When we're finished, they point us in the easiest direction to the coast, then wave us off. Edine looks like she wants to wish me well, but dare not speak kindly to me in front of the glowering Torin. I wish I could stay here and work on Torin, earn his respect and love, but even if he wasn't so hostile to me, I'm part of a quest, although it's shrouded in secrecy, and I'm deeply suspicious of Durst's reasons for helping us. It would be wrong to quit now. Perhaps, if I survive, I can return and seek a place here, in my true home, even if it's only so that they can chain me up with the others of my kind if my body starts to change. One of the wretched wolf humans is growling madly as we leave, as if it senses a kindred spirit, and is singing to the beast I might one day become. I think about the MacGregor, my family, as we set off, wondering what will happen if we fail and the demonata overrun the land. Will these poor excuses for humans be all that remain of our people? Will they alone be spared, kept alive because of their poisoned blood, the only human faces in a land of twisted demons? My lessons resume as we march. I practice the spells which Durst has already taught me, and I learn some new ones like how to hold my breath for 10 minutes, how to make my fingers go so cold that everything I touch turns to ice, how to create an image of myself to confuse a human or a demonic foe, how to sharpen a rock using only magic, to fashion a crude knife or spearhead for the times when magic alone might not be enough. I'm amazed at how swiftly I'm developing. Under Vamba, it would sometimes take me a week or so to master a new spell. Now I'm mastering some within minutes, almost before Durst has finished explaining how they work. And although they tire me, they don't drain me, and I recover rapidly. Durst is surprised too. He keeps commenting on how fast I am, quicker than anyone else he's ever taught, how deep my magic runs. At first I think it's flattery, designed to keep me happy and stop me thinking about the MacGregor. But as the day wears on, I realise he's actually worried about my progress. What's up? What's wrong? I snap for the 20th time, and he mutters darkly about my skills. Aren't you glad I'm learning quickly? Of course, Durst says. Any teacher would be pleased to pass on so much with so little effort. But it's not natural. Of course, all magic is unnatural. We bend the laws of the universe to suit our needs. Each student is different and learning in a unique way. developing unlike any other, but there are similarities, learning steps that we all must climb, patterns they share, except you. His eyes are heavy. When we started out, you were like any student, slow to learn, stubborn to abandon your old ways, gradually opening yourself up to a new world of magic. Now you're nothing like that. You've changed in every imaginable way, and I'm not sure what to think of it. It's not that strange, I mutter. Once I perfected my first spell, it was easy. I just had a hard time getting started. No, Durst says. There's more to it than that. He hesitates and then says it. I want to look inside your mind. I want to join spirits with you and see what inspired this change. I go very quiet. I shared my mind and spirit with Bamba many times. It's part of the teaching process. I thought I'd have to do the same with Durst, but there'd been no mention of it until now. Sharing one's spirit is a personal, private thing to do. To do it with a woman is hard, but to share it with a man, it won't be easy for me either, Durst says quietly. If you refuse, I won't force you, but I have good reason for asking. There's something unsettling about your growth. I suspect I know what it is, but I need to go within your mind to be sure. Can't you just tell me? I groan. Why all this need for secrets? Druids and priestesses are creatures of secrets, he says. We live in worlds and mazes and mysteries. Secrecy is part of who we are and how we live. It should be enough for you when I say I need to do this. My reasons are unimportant. You can either trust me or don't. I want to pull a face and say I don't to annoy him. But his worry has set me worrying too. Now to think about it, I realise no apprentice should advance this far, this fast. Bamba told me ignorance is the greatest danger any magician ever faces. If you don't know yourself intimately, your powers and the magic you wield, sooner or later you'll fall victim to forces of the unknown. Very well, I sigh, but I don't want you rooting around inside my head for too long. Find what you need, then get out. If not, I'll fight. Just nods, smiling wryly. Then, without slowing, he takes a hold of my left hand and directs his thoughts towards me. I feel his presence immediately, as if he's opened a door into my mind and stepped through. His magic washes into me, seeping through my skin. Most of it is directed through his fingers, but it comes from other places too: legs, chest, head. His power is like a cloud wrapping around me, swallowing me, tasting and testing me. Soon it's as if there are two people sharing one body. My thoughts are his, my past, my dreams, my magic. I stiffen, but don't stop walking. Movement gives me a notion of separation. I'm still aware of my individual self, who I am, who I was, who I hope to be. If I stop, I'm afraid Durst will become me, and I'll lose myself to him completely. He presses further into my mind, searching, exploring the well of my magic. He's already deeper within me than Bamba ever got, discovering truths which nobody knows, my secret wishes and desires, my hopes, loves, and fears, and still he doesn't stop. He keeps working, working on the part of me that is pure magic, dragging himself down toward my core, deeper and deeper, searching. Something flares within me. I feel a bolt of lethal power shoot towards Durst. I know it will kill him upon contact, but I can't stop it. It's coming from a place I can't control, and I didn't know it was there. The bolt flies straight at Durst, increasing in power. It's going to kill him. It'll blow him apart. Suddenly he isn't there. Contact has been broken. He throws himself away physically, mind following, disappearing from my thoughts, crying out in pain, but not the sort of pain that accompanies death. I cry out too and drop, head on fire, screaming, feeling the bolt of power explode into nothingness, tearing at the rim of my mind, but not damaging me. It's uh, not like it would have damaged, destroyed Durst. Bright stars, lights, then a red haze. When it clears, everyone's around Durst and me, concerned for me, wary of the druid. Ronan and Lorcan have him at sword point. even though he's rolled up into a ball and isn't moving. Conla's behind him, testing his own sword's edge, eyes flicking from one twin to the other. Fiachna studying my face, rolling my eyelids up, making sure I'm all right. Bran is close by, anxiously chewing his lower lip. I'm fine, I mutter, pushing Fiachna away. My skin is more sensitive than it's ever been. His touch is painful. What did he do? Ronan asks, positioning the tip of his sword against Durst's throat, ready to slice it open and end his life, the second I give him an excuse. Put down the sword, Conla growls, unexpectedly, coming to the druid's aid. Don't harm him. I will if he's hurt her, Ronan snaps. He didn't, I gasp. I want to lie down and rest, but I'm afraid they'll kill Durst if I don't speak up. We were working on a spell. It went wrong. He was trying to help me, not harm me. The others looked relieved, except Ronan, who looks annoyed at being denied his kill. They sheathe their weapons. Gol asks how long it'll take for Durst to recover and when they'll be ready to continue. I tell them I don't know and ask them to leave us alone for a while. When they're out of earshot, I slide over next to Durst and whisper, "Can you hear me?" A long pause, then a very shaky, "Aye." "What happened?" I hiss. Durst rolls onto his side, stretches out slowly. There are burn marks on his right hand, ugly welts. There are red lines etched across his temple too, as though flames had shot up from his hand into his head. "I was right," he croaks. "About what?" "The source of your magic." His fingers twitch and he winces. It hurts, but I lean forward and cast a healing spell on his hand, and the worst of the redness cools away. Durst looks at me, no gratitude in his eyes, only doubt. "Magic exploded within you when you fought Lord Loss." "I know. I reached in and stole his power from him." Durst shakes his head. "No, that's not the whole truth. He gave it to you." I frown, not understanding. "Lord Loss let you take it from him," Durst explains. "More than that, he extended his magic towards you. He reached within you and struck at the flint of your spirit, for want of a better term. He created the magical sparks and fanned them into life. You're powerful because he wants you to be, because he lit the flames of magic inside you." My face whitens. "You mean the magic, my spells, that's because of him?" "Aye." "But why?" I cry. "Why would a demon give power to a human?" "I don't know," Durst says, "but I do know this. I thought you were my apprentice, but you're not. You're Lord Loss's." And the suspicion in his eyes cuts to my heart, as if he'd stabbed me in the chest with a knife. And that's the end of that chapter. Thank you for listening.